Okay, today we're going to take a look at the Remington R9 Ultimate. It's their top of the range rotary shaver. The model number is XR1570. It comes with a number of items. First of all, it comes with a charging cradle. You just drop the unit in, cable gets plugged inside. If you take the unit away, you do unfortunately have to remember the charging cradle and the lead, as you can't just plug the lead into the unit without the cradle. You've got on the back a very small side trimmer, and you've got an additional beard trimmer, hair trimmer adjustment for replacing if you want to do further grooming. The Rotary Head is quite unique in the sense it's the first model we've ever seen where when you turn it on, the foils actually rotate anti-clockwise. There's also 2 speed settings. There's a turbo as well, which will allow you to shave faster if need be. They've copied to a certain degree the Phillips design in the sense it's a split head foil unit. Most of the Remington products now come colour coordinated so that you don't mix them up. You'll always keep the same cutter with the same foil because the foils have a mark or a colour mark to show you which one to use. And we're going to compare this with some of the Phillips models to see if this can perform as well. This particular model being about a third of the price of some of the more expensive Phillips rotaries. Once we've covered off the comparison between the two, we'll now been using this shaver for 10 months. Often shaver reviews are shown and tested when they're brand new and that's it, a decision's made. Well, I've continued to use this for 10 months and we've got some advantages and disadvantages that I've found. Primarily, you cannot take these out without unscrewing the unit, so I've never done that. I'll show you the cleaning routine in a moment. Covering some of the features, there's 2 speed, slow or standard, and then fast. No real benefit on this. I tend to just hit it twice and use it at the higher speed. And the only disadvantage I've found, sometimes while using the shaver, holding it, you can actually press the button here on the back where your hand would rest on this button, so you can be using it and suddenly you've popped up the rear trimmer, but again, not really an issue. Cleaning routine is once a week and I find that to work best. The way to do it is just to split the head, tap out any of the dust, debris from behind, soap, standard hand soap in here, 1, 2, 3, and then literally just leave it in a bowl of hot water for 10 minutes, and then we'll come back in 10 minutes time and see how it's got on. Okay, 10 minutes on, all we're going to do now is just give it a fairly good shake in the soapy water. And then literally just run it under the tap. And if you hold it up to the light, you should be able to see if it's clear, and it's totally clean now. And then we'll just leave that to dry out for the next few hours before I put the lid back on. So the final conclusion after using the R9 for 10 months is it's a good shaver. It works well, battery standby is good. It does pre-warn you that it's getting low when it's probably got 20 minutes of runtime left. Again, you can put it on charge at that point, or you can keep running it down lower. I tend to run it down to about 12 minutes, then I'll put it back on charge for a couple of hours. The shave itself is good. It's possibly not quite as close as some of the top of the range Phillips, which are rotary, but to be honest, it's very close in the sense, unless you're really wanting an extremely close shave, then this is a great unit. And bearing in mind, you can get all of this at sort of the same price as you pay just for one Phillips top of the range head. Hope it helps.